What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with the New York Giants postgame. Just want to say thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do me a favor, smack the hell out of that like button. It helps out the video more than you realize. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to this channel. Ring the bell. I do a lot of Giants content all year long. Obviously, do a lot of live streams. Do some Laker live streams, some Yankee live streams. Do a lot of content as well as some hangouts. So thank you for watching. Hopefully, you do hit the like and the subscribe button, and I really do appreciate you watching. Hey! Victory Scotch, man. It's just bottle isn't even empty. I've been 2 years we're trying to get this thing down, but you know what? Tastes good after a W. 2 out of the last 3 weeks, the Giants have been able to come away with a W, and does this not remind you of last year or what? Got off to a terrible start, and somehow, some way, started to win some ugly games in the second half of the season. Now, it's always good to win. The Giants certainly weren't overpowering or impressive today by any means, but a win is a win, and I'll take any win I can get, especially as a New York Giants fan. During the week and during the Talking Giants show with Chris, I felt like the Giants could win this game. I certainly didn't pick them to win. It's hard to pick a team to win when they're 2-6, but I felt like this was a game. This is the type of game that the Giants win. They have one every year. Last year it was the game in Seattle. I just felt like this was a game that they win. And you sit there and go, why can't they do that every week? How can they beat a 5-2 Raiders team and they can't figure out a way to beat some of the lesser teams that they played, like Washington, like Atlanta? Like, how can they beat, a team like Vegas? Obviously, Vegas had a lot going on with the Henry Ruggs situation and the John Gruden thing. They've kind of been dealing with a lot of turmoil, but they have found ways to win games. Today, I felt like the Giants did a really good job on defense. They bent but did not break. They won the turnover battle. Xavier Mckinney was fantastic, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I feel like, the Giants had a good chance to win this game. I felt like we got a couple of breaks. Derek Carr definitely missed a wide open receiver in the end zone, without a doubt. And I felt like he missed a throw later on in the game as well. So, the Giants did get a couple of breaks, which normally we don't. I felt like the Giants are really bad as far as penalty go. They got a couple of unnecessary roughness penalties in the first half, and I'm just sitting there going, God, not again. In the second half, they cleaned it up completely, totally outplayed the Raiders in the second half. But Xavier McKinney's pick six, I felt like that was definitely a turning point in this game. The Giants, as their norm, they go down, they score before the half, they tie the game at 10, and although they didn't give up 7 points, they let the Raiders walk right down the field, kick the 3 points going in to the locker room. The Raiders were up 13-10, and the Raiders could have easily went down and scored at the beginning of the third quarter. I felt like the Giants needed to get off the field, continue to run the ball against the Raiders. Maybe it would wear them down. In the fourth quarter, it was the Giants' own time possession in the first half, and that doesn't happen. We don't own time possession, but that's what happens when you can run the ball. But Xavier McKinney's pick six was enormous because not only did it stop the Raiders, it gave us the lead. Now, the Raiders were able to go back down the field on an 8-minute drive and kick a field goal, but again, the Giants allowed them to get down there, but did not allow them to score 7 points, which is why we came out with a 23-16 victory. Again, this kind of mirrors last year. I remember I did that Saquon Barkley trade video. A lot of people got mad at me. How can you trade Saquon Barkley? Barkley's a generational guy. But I looked at Wayne Gallman and I said we can win with Wayne Gallman. And Devontae Booker reminded me a lot of Wayne Gallman today, just running forward. Barkley doesn't always get the 3 yards. Barkley tries to bounce a lot outside. He tries to cut. He tries to make an 80-yard touchdown run. And while that would be nice, I'll take 2nd down and 5, 3rd down and 2 all day, every day. Devontae Booker was running hard the last 3 weeks. The Giants played ahead of the sticks the entire game. They did not ask Daniel Jones to do too much. I think he was 13 out of 18 for 105 yards and a touchdown. They had a really good drive, the first drive of the game, and then that was kind of the end of it. Didn't really have another great drive outside of that one. They didn't score another touchdown on offense. They kicked 3 field goals again. So this offense still has a lot left to be desired. Now, you can blame a lot of things if you want. I know a lot of people like to stick up for Daniel Jones, and I mentioned this before, and maybe this is a rant video for another day, but I'm going to quickly mention here. I think a lot of Giants fans that consistently say Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback or make excuses for Daniel Jones, want to say the offensive line's bad, he's got no talent, these guys are hurt. I think the fact that the Giants have been so bad for so long and we really don't have a future, there's really not much to hang our hats on. I think some Giants fans just so bad want to believe that he is the guy. But 13 out of 18, 105 yards and a touchdown, I'm sorry. I'm not buying. I have a hard time buying that as a franchise quarterback. Did Daniel Jones play bad today? Absolutely not. Was the fumble his fault? The fumble was not good blocking, but again, it's just that he does this too much. He makes a couple really good throws, and then he has a play where he doesn't look like he belongs in the NFL, where he does not feel the pressure, the backside pressure, and he loses the ball. So this is why I have a hard time giving that guy a long-term deal and giving him money. It's just my opinion. People don't need to like it. That's fine. But I don't believe that he's the guy. And I feel like the way the offense is set up sometimes, the way that they use Daniel Jones, they don't believe he's the guy. But I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in the huddle. So I don't know what they feel about Daniel Jones. What I do know is that he did enough to win today. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. But Devontae Booker did a good job. And again, those third and shorts, they allow you to move the chains. And Daniel Jones, listen, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He had a couple of really big third down conversions on that one drive when the Giants absolutely needed to not go 3-and-out after the Raiders had the 8-minute drive to kick the field goal. Huge third down conversions to Galladay, and then one to Kadarius Toney, and then he had a big third down run as well later in the game. So listen, he did what he had to do to win the game. So I'm not going to kill Daniel Jones, but again, I'm not going to sit here and anoint him as the next great quarterback. If I'm looking at something that I don't like, I know a lot of people love to kill Jason Garrett. They love to blame Garrett this, Garrett that, but I think Garrett called a terrible game today. I rarely will really destroy Jason Garrett because I feel like it's the entire offense. Obviously, has a lot to do with it, but I feel like a lot of that's Joe Judge. I feel like a lot of that's the personnel, the offensive line. I just think the offense as a unit is not a very good one. But I don't understand some of the play calls that Jason Garrett made today. I understand wanting to get Kadarius Toney involved in the game, and you should. He's the one explosive guy that you have. But when the Giants are able to run the ball, and they've been running it effectively, they went down, they scored on the first drive, then you have a 3rd and 2 in midfield. It's not the right time to run a wildcat with Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney is not a guy that's supposed to read defenses, okay? They let Carl Nassib crash down, and then that's when Kadarius Toney needs to decide, hey, I'm going to either hand the ball off to Booker or I'm going to keep it myself. I don't know how many times I've seen a wildcat, but I don't remember when a guy in the wildcat actually hands the ball off or throws it. It's extremely rare. Most of the time, 99% of the time, the guy that gets the snap is going to keep it. It's not Kadarius Toney's job to read Carl Nassib, and the Giants lost 2 yards and had to punt it away. That was just not a good call by Garrett. You want to do that if you can't, if you're not running the ball or you have it 1st and 10, you want to try something tricky, fine. I don't mind the play call, but I don't like the timing of the play. I don't like when they throw a freaking screen pass out to Elijah Penny with 1 lead blocker and 3 defenders out there. Elijah Penny ain't making anybody miss. Throw that screen pass to Kadarius Toney or, Kenny Galladay or somebody out there. The Giants don't execute screens well. They haven't executed screens well, in my opinion, since Tiki Barber was here. The offensive line's crap, so how are you going to expect them to block on a screen pass? It's very rare that the Giants have a successful screen pass, and they're throwing it to Elijah Penny. Throw that to Devontae Booker. Throw it to a running back, a wide receiver, something. I hate those play calls as well. And then he had the one play again where he threw a lateral pass to Kadarius Toney, and he had the option to pass or run, and he just kind of ran around and lost a couple yards. Again, I thought Jason Garrett struggled with the play calling today. I didn't like it at all. Just keep running the ball. It was very effective. I felt like when the Giants were running the ball and they got into the 4th quarter that they should have utilized Daniel Jones's mobility and the ability to play action pass a lot more. They play action pass one time. They ran Elijah Penny to the same side as they ran Daniel Jones. I'm like, why are you doing that? The entire defense is on that side of the field because they're following the running back and the quarterback. There's no surprise they're not going to go to the opposite side of the field when all the flow is going, when every bit of the flow is going to the right side of the field. Why would the Raiders run over to their right side of the field? It didn't make any sense. So I felt like Jason Garrett did call a bad game today. I felt like the Giants offense could have been a lot better. Again, I don't mind some of the creativity, but I felt like the timing of those was definitely extremely questionable. It was nice that Joe Judge ain't got to question your headsets, and he doesn't have to go to the tape today. That's always a good thing. I felt like Joe Judge and company, like I said, they did what they had to do today. I'm not going to be critical. I know I was just critical of Jason Garrett, but I'm just happy to win. I know that this Giants team has been extremely aggravating for many fans, including myself. And I understand that some fans don't like opinions of other fans, and we're not always going to agree because we all have different ideas of what's going to make this team better. Some people are more patient than others. I'm definitely not a patient person, but at the same time, we've been bad for 5 years. It's not like we've been good for 4 years, and then we're having a bad year this year. It's been a pattern. But one thing I can say is at least the Giants have won 2 out of 3 games here. They beat a good Raiders team. I'm not going to say the Raiders are great, but they were 5-2. They're pretty solid. It's a big win. We've lost a lot of these close games this year. If we would have had a couple of plays here, a couple of plays there, we could be 6-3. We'd be singing a whole different tune. The Giants have lost these games in the past. They were able to get a W today. Hopefully that translates to more W's in the future. If the Giants have any chance of saving their season, they're going to have to come out. They're going to have to play perfect against the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They played the Chiefs very tough, unable to win a game there. Hopefully they have an extra week and an extra day to prepare for Tom Brady and company. It will not be easy, but maybe this does give them a bit of confidence going into the bye week where they don't have to let that loss linger. Instead, they can enjoy the victory for an extra week, and hopefully they come out with a lot of energy and feeling really good about themselves and find a way to pull off a major upset. But again, the Giants win 23-16 today. Game balls go to Xavier McKinney, Devontae Booker. I feel like both of those guys really were able to, give us the best chance to win, or they did give us the chance to win. They did give us the victory. I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point. Video's 11 minutes long. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm going to get out of here. Giants win today, 23-16. Feels good to win. We'll enjoy the bye week. And, hey, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. It's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace.